Web3, para siyang, siguro kutsilyo. Pwede siyang makapatay ng tao or pwede rin naman siyang humiwa ng lulutuin mo. Di ba? Pwede siyang maging good and maging bad. Pero,
it's just a technology.
Technology lang siya eh. So to us, I mean, we can't ever control what's outside, pero at least within our realm, makapag-assemble kami ng mga tao who will be a positive influence to the tool that is Web3.
Thre3, a Web3 edutainment podcast.
Welcome again, my besties, and I am Cheska Gonzalez.
I am Petty Chu.
And welcome to
Thre3.
Anyway, we have a special, very, very special guest. And for the second episode, syempre, sino pa bang i-guest natin? Yung CEO ng Tier 1 Entertainment.
Love your own.
We would like to welcome Tryke Gutierrez, the CEO of Tier 1 Entertainment and co-founder of Blacklist International. Hello,
Whoop, whoop.
Tryke.
Hi guys.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for having me. Sorry, first time ko kasi mapunta sa ganitong set eh. Sobrang sophisticated. Nakalimutan ko hawakan yung mic. Anyway, thank you for having me. Yon, sa lahat ng mga hindi nakakilala sa akin, I run Tier 1 Entertainment basically. We are a talent management company, esports team, media properties, and yun, we're in different countries now and I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
Yun. Thank you for being here. And we are now currently at Venice Piazza Mall.
Venice Piazza by Mega World. Thank you guys for allowing us to park here and do our thing.
Habang pinapanood nila tayo, nagtataka sila, sabi ang gwapo naman.
Ano kayong ginagawa nila doon? Kumakanta ba sila? Bakit walang mga instrumentong tinutugtog?
Feeling ko yun na nga ini-expect nila pero unfortunately walang kumakanta sa ating tatlo.
Yun
Unless
lang.
kayo kumakanta, kundi ako kumakanta.
Hindi, wag na lang.
baka patayin na itong wala naman.
Baka ang operations natin ay mayari.
Okay, so like we always do, meron tayong word of the day.
Yeah.
And doon mag-iikot yung natin, topic natin. And our word for the day is shilling and esports for those who doesn't know. And creator economy, I guess. So, umpisahan natin siguro sa shilling. Kasi shilling is a Web3 term na hindi natin naiintindihan. Sabi ko dati, chilling? Hindi ko magets. But it's actually to promote a project.
Yes.
And for yung project mo ka lang, parang nagsasabi ka lang sa nagiging negative na siya actually kasi sinasabi mo lang yung project mo in terms sa conference or
right. So, parang ang shilling that's equivalent to influencer marketing.
parang ganun.
'Di ba?
Yes.
Without really understanding the value of the brand you're promoting, 'di ba? Kung okay ba talaga yung quality ng product na yun, pero in-endorse mo,
Yes.
'di ba?
Kaya yung title natin pala for today is just shilling.
Just shilling.
But in a nice way.
Yes.
Explain namin kung bakit nasa yung tier 1 nasa web 3.
Yes.
Bakit may 2 to 3? Bakit may creator kami na
Yes. Creator pool.
creator
Yes.
pool kami which is called Alliance, and I guess you're the best person to answer.
Yes,
that.
you're the best person to explain.
Yun nga eh. Ako, I guess, first of all, I wanna congratulate both of you kasi this was just a personal parang dream, di ba, of both of you na parang idea lang siya, let's try doing it, and it started with that. Pero today, like, nandito na talaga tayo na parang totoo na to.
Yeah.
So, like, siguro, congratulations kasi not a lot of people execute their ideas as good as this, and the fact that you're doing it today, I think solid na agad yun.
Yeah.
Hindi, seryoso.
iyakan na.
Maraming plano eh, pero di naman na-execute, di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi execution is expensive. I mean, you see all of this, I mean, it's not easy for sure. So, congratulations. I guess on my part, I think niraise ko na rin sa inyo bago pa natin simulan yung episode na parang, to me personally, I'm more of an outsider in Web3. I came in mga last year lang. I heard the word shilling na parang ang dating sa akin, di naman siya negative noon eh. Kasi parang people shill certain projects, sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. And to me, like, it's as simple as you promote the things you believe in or you promote the things you choose to promote. And ngayon, syempre, nagkaroon na ng negative connotation, gaya nga na sinabi nyo, kasi maraming mga tao na nag-promote ng mga bagay na hindi nag-turn out na maayos or hindi naman pala talaga maayos in the first place, right? So, I guess for me, like, I just wanna talk about yung importante talaga yung importansya nung influence kasi lahat naman tayo may certain influence eh. sikat ka man o hindi ka sikat, malaki ka man o maliit, at the end of the day, we hold a certain level of influence. And I think with regards to Shilling, sobrang importante na na maging responsable ka talaga sa kung ano man yung influence na meron ka sa taong nakakapaligid sa'yo. And para sa akin, neutral term siya dapat na kung naniniwala ka dun sa isang bagay, wala namang masamang i-promote siya eh.
Tama.
Pero kung nakikita mo yung possible risk, kailangan sinasabi mo rin sa tao yun.
Yes.
Na hindi lang puro pros.
Oo.
Dapat pati cons sinashare mo din.
Dapat.
It's a responsibility, social responsibility actually,
Yes.
of all influencers, but I hate that word, but content creators or artists,
Yes.
it's a social responsibility to tell people not just the pros but also the cons of a project. So, I guess, let's start with why esports muna? Aside ito, mag-shill na kami, pero in a good way. Bakit yung esports? Please tell everybody, kung hindi kasi lahat ng tao naiintindihan yung esports eh.
Oo.
And lalo na yung mga mga boomers. Sometimes they don't understand what esports is.
Yes.
Maybe you can give them a little background on what esports.
Okay, so siguro in terms of like esports, it's the term came from the word electronic sports. So basically, ginawa nilang sports yung video games basically, and this was something na parang foreign to a lot of people because ang tingin kasi ng tao sa games talaga parang pastime lang yan eh. Hindi naman yan dapat competitive, hindi yan dapat ginagawa professionally. But I think that whole parang thinking started back in 1997 in Korea when StarCraft really became a thing na parang nagko-compete sila on the level of basketball or like baseball and parang ginawa na talaga nilang sport.
Athletes talaga
Oh,
yung
naging
players.
athletes. 1997 yun, imagine. And when I went to college, back in the days, di ko na sabihin ko anong year, pero during that time, maraming tao na parang ginagawa ng competition din yung Dota, which was one of the first games that actually kumbaga it grew during that time, and dun siya nag-start na parang maging esports yung Dota. Pero beyond Dota, marami na kasing titles na pinasok yung ruta na yun eh, na para sa kanila yung kung ako game, if people compete outside of video games in sports like basketball and all of these things, then the problem becomes, do you have the physical capability?
Yes.
And di katulad kasi sa video games, sa esports, kahit sino, maliit ka, I mean, matangkad ka, hindi ka man matangkad, medyo mas may weight ka, or alam mo, hindi ganun kataas yung physical capability mo as an athlete, dito, utak mo yung gamit mo eh. So, wala masyadong limitation. I think that's the power of esports in general, and today, ibang-iba na eh. Esports is something na parang naintindihan na ng iba. So, sa mga hindi pa rin naniniwala na bubuhay na tayo sa mundo, na parte na siya ng Olympics.
Olympics
Yes.
na.
So, di ba,
Olympic
parang
level,
kung hindi mo pa yun matatanggap or natanggap, it's about time.
It's about time. It's about time that you understand, truly understand,
Yeah.
and accept it, di ba?
And you give a whole new perspective to esports.
Yes.
Actually,
Yes.
sobra. As in, naging na siya, mas sophisticated ang esports. And I believe that's tier 1's strength eh.
Yes.
Turning esports into something sophisticated.
Sophisticated, and it gave a lot of people opportunities when it
Yes.
comes to inclusivity, when it comes to being a part of something in the physical world. Kung hindi ka makalaro ng gantong game na to, pag nag-esports ka, belong ka. Diba?
Yeah.
Tsaka feeling ko kasi yung isa talaga sa nilabanan talaga ng Tier 1 Entertainment was really the perception of it. Kasi negats talaga siya eh. Negative talaga yung tingin ng tao dun eh. And siguro what was true when we started the company was a lot of people felt differently about it. Maraming tao na naniniwala sa kanya. Pero quiet sila lahat kasi wala pang bumoboses. Alam mo yun?
Unsure pa eh.
Parang unsure pa, takot pa magsalita yung tao kasi baka mabash sila. Pero when we started Tier 1, we collected a group of people na magkakasama na lahat naniniwala. So parang alam mo yung lumakas lang yung loob ng tao na hindi, okay naman talaga yan eh. Kasi nakita na nila yung mga malalaking tao nagsasabi na okay siya.
Yeah.
So parang it kind of like was an empowerment to the gamers na who have always believed in it.
Yeah.
It's just that they couldn't vocalize. Ako na nga mismo, nung college ako, hindi ko pa sinasabi sa friends ko naglalaro ako kasi
Parang nahiya
hindi
ka.
okay eh. O nakakahiya eh. Nakakahiya siya eh.
Actually, that brings me to Web3. Same sa Web3. Ganito din. Bakit siguro ang tanong nila, bakit ba kayo nasa Web3 Tier 1? I mean, you're an esports company and here you are venturing into Web3, and I think same sa naramdaman mo before na hindi lahat ng tao willing to accept agad, willing to explore. So, ano yung naging parang turning point mo? Bakit naging into Web3 na yung
Ako kasi for me,
Tier
esports is just a part of Tier 1 entertainment. Pero what we are really is we're in the business of gaming and influence.
Yes.
Naniniwala ako doon. That's why we go beyond esports, meaning the competition. Kasi for example, you have Alodia, like me, lahat ng mga talents na meron kami, hindi naman lahat yan nagko-compete eh.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Most of our talents are entertainers in a way or are like influencers nga gaya ng sinasabi nyo. And the reality of it all is Web3 is here to stay because it's a tool that maybe not a lot of people understand yung importansya niya today. Pero ito lang siguro yung gusto kong sabihin. Being in gaming and being in the business of influence, yan ang tier 1. Pero we're also in the world of digital.
Yes.
So, doon kami nakatira eh. Doon tayo nakatira sa digital world. And in the world of digital, the problem is really property ownership, 'di ba?
Correct.
Digital ownership. Kasi anything that you put out there, sino ba talagang nagmamay-ari? May titulo ba? Sa totoong mundo, may titulo eh. Bumili ka ng
Correct.
lupa, may titulo ka, may ginawa kang art piece, hawak mo siya. Sa digital kasi, wala yung tangible
Yes,
aspect. So,
yes.
paano mo masasabi kung kanino talaga yung
Kanino talaga
item?
yun?
Yes.
Correct.
Pwede mo lang i-copy-paste, pwede mong i-save, i-upload, 'di ba? So, parang properties, property ownership, yung ownership na yan yung nasosolve ng blockchain eh.
Blockchain, yes.
True.
'Di ba? It's really what it is and syempre marami ng mga stories and perception and iba't ibang tingin sa kanya pero at the end of the day it's a tool. And that's why for me, we really need to assemble a group of people who believe in the chain for the right reasons.
Correct.
'Di ba?
Yes.
Kasi parang ganito lang yan eh. Ang Web3 para siyang siguro kutsilyo. Pwede siya makapatay ng tao or pwede rin naman siya humiwa ng lulutuin mo.
Totoo.
Di ba? Pwede siya maging good and maging bad.
Totoo.
Pero,
It's just a technology.
technology lang siya eh. So to us, I mean, we can't ever control what's outside, pero at least within our realm, makapag-assemble kami ng mga tao who will be a positive influence
Correct.
to the tool that is Web3.
Yes.
And this is called alliance,
Oo.
correct? So, maybe you can tell them about what alliance is. Actually, we're part of alliance.
So yun nga, parang at the end of the day, people follow influence. I believe that. And when you have influencers who are not accountable for what they say and who are not looking out for the best interest of their fandom, then you are putting a lot of people at risk, in my opinion.
Yes.
Because syempre lahat ng influencers karamihan, lahat ng tao karamihan, hindi naman sila accountable to their government or to their whatever for what they speak. Kasi syempre freedom of speech yan eh. So it will boil down to finding people na may value ng integrity. I think integrity talaga eh. Kasi kung may integrity yung grupo ng taong binuo mo, then magiging sure ka na lahat ng binibitaw nila may pinanggagalingan.
May
'Di ba?
trust.
May trust factor. And I think trust doesn't come cheap nowadays.
Oo.
At saka napakadali. Parang yung shill word natin. Napakadaling mag-shill. Napakadaling magsabi ng ng mga
Kaya ko
fans,
yan,
diba?
mura
Oo.
yan, maganda
Mag-invest
yan.
ka dito,
Yeah.
whatever. Pero at the end of the day, bago nila na yung binuo mong alliance, bago nila na build yung trust na yun, ang dami muna nilang pinagdaanan. I mean, they built their yung respect sa kanila as an individual. So, bago nabuo yung alliance, naniwala ko maraming naging daan, no? Maraming what do you call this, yung
Challenges.
hindi, not it's more of yung inisa-isa nyo sila. Tiningnan nyo
Oo.
talaga.
Kasi ito siya eh.
Screened.
Ito kasi siya eh. Parang sobrang dami. Like, there's a lot of people who are talking about Web3.
Yes.
And we don't expect naman for all of the talents or people in Web3 to be part of the alliance. Pero the people who we want to be part of the alliance are the group of people, one, who believe in Web3 for the same
right
reasons,
reason, yes.
for the same reasons of why we believe in it. That's one. And I think on the second point, yung isa pa kasi na importanteng part dito is magkaroon sila ng safe space to learn from each other. Kasi yun rin yung mahirap pag influencer ka na malaki ka na may pinoprotektahan kang following.
Yes.
Alam mo yung sobrang overprotective ka na sa mga kadagalaw mo. So,
Oo.
and then you don't feel safe. Pero if you have like a group of people na pwedeng mag-share sa isa't isa ng mga challenges nila, then they learn from each other and the growth comes quicker.
Yeah.
So the same way na ginawa namin sa esports na bumuo lang kami ng grupo ng bosses na bumoses.
Yeah.
So at least in the alliance, it's more of collecting that group of people who are willing to have a same parang message.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the Web3 is a new space. So lahat tayo, sabi nga namin dito, we learn together. Kasi we're not experts here. No one is actually because nagkataon lang nauna yung ibang tao. But we have the power na actually to start the Web3 Alliance, because I think tama yung mga taong napili natin, and I'm so thankful also that we're part of it. And yeah, siguro pagka mas marami ng pagka itong grupo na to isang boses as a collective whole, parang kahit government pwede mo nang kausapin, yung mga private entities. So yeah, amazing na may alliance.
Iba kasi yung magagawa ng collective voice talaga eh.
True.
It has become a movement, right? And it from it carrying the tradition from creating Tier 1 as an esports powerhouse and an entire ecosystem as a whole. Na-carry yung tradition and yung mga practices, great practices, and dadalhin to dito sa bagong venture na to, which is Web3.
Yeah. And yung sa gaming part, no, sa gaming aspect naman, ang question is, parang kung nasa Web3 na, paano mo dadalhin yung, syempre hindi naman lahat maniniwala sa Web3 agad, 'di ba? Yung gamers natin, hindi naman lahat naniniwala agad eh. So, how would you parang ask them to come and not believe, but basically understand and be open to Web3, kasi not everyone is.
Ako, for me, ang pinakauna talaga is filter the scams. Kasi yun muna yung pinaka first stage eh.
Yes.
Kasi kung ba't kami pumasok sa Web3, because a lot of inquiries from Web3 companies have been coming in, pero we've never accepted a single one before.
Yes.
So up until we built a back-end team that's capable of screening the right and the wrong projects, hindi namin ginawa. Kasi bakit? Kasi we value the credibility of all of our talents in Tier 1. And if we give them a project that gives them money, but it in return scam pala siya or rug pull pala siya, it's gonna ruin their image and everything,
As
'di ba?
a whole.
As a whole talaga. So, I think what's really important to us is we screen muna the ones that are real and yung mga hindi talaga totoo, kasi totoo din na may mga hindi totoo. 'Di ba? At yung wala talaga, yung hindi talaga maganda yung gagawin. So, I think being able to identify that is a big step. But I think next to that is when it comes to Web3 games, I think the innovation is here. Because yun nga, like what I said, digital ownership is one. A lot of people invested in the games. Axie was an innovation, but obviously, meron pang kakulangan eh. Meron pang konting tweak na kailangan gawin. Pero we can all learn from that. And I think games have learned from that. Even Axie, I'm sure, have learned from that already. And game developers right now are doing a lot of things to iterate and learn from the mistakes of the past and build a better product.
Yes, it's that has become a case study basically. And lahat ng mali na nangyari doon sa venture na yon, okay guys, wag na natin ulitin.
Oh, for sure.
At saka hindi, ang maganda, hindi kayo sumabay sa hype before eh. Sa totoo lang I mean, recently lang, maybe last year lang kayo. Actually, hindi pa nga tayo masyadong into
Kasi yan, parang ito at one point, Axie happened and sobrang laki ng kinikita ng mga tao sa Axie. Syempre, I'm not to brag, but Tier 1 could have been...
Yeah, they could have leveraged
leverage that and just got multiple scholars. I mean, we have the money, we have the following, we have the resources to do it. Pero for us kasi, we go into something later rather than early. We don't want to be the first of everything eh. Sometimes being late is good. So, diba? So kami, naging late kami sa Web3 kasi we wanted to see how it will develop. And when it kind of like went down, we are still here because we realized na it's a tool that we can eventually use para for the better of the whole gaming industry. It's just that yung pasok ng Tier 1, alliance muna. Kasi buuin muna natin yung mga bosses, buuin muna natin yung mga tao before getting into building the actual product.
Yeah,
that's true.
And if you've noticed, Tier 1 or alliance and the creators haven't launched any NFT projects at all since they've been in the space. So, dun pa lang
dahan-dahan, kumbaga.
Kasi the venture or the entity of Tier 1, I believe, and how I see it is, it's not after profiting off of it right away. I mean, of course, it's a business, right? But hindi yun yung intent. Ang intent is to spread awareness. Let's gather the voices.
So, meron ka na bang use cases dito in terms of, kunwari, mga gamers mo? Meron ka na bang parang nag-explain sa'yo na talagang excited sila about Web3 or naggustong matuto? Yung mga talagang wala pang kaalam-alam sa Web3. Do you have
I think right now we're not there yet, but we're getting a lot of new games. na inquiry coming in, and I think dun magsa-start yung education, because I truly believe that in terms of development, it's not on par with Web 2 games
Oh, yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
Pero
Malayo.
I've been seeing a lot of parang prototypes ng games na actually sobrang mas better na kaysa sa Web 2 games. So, syempre, you're going against the institutions of like Riot, Blizzard,
Yes,
yung
of
mga
course,
talagang
yeah.
malalaking gaming
Oh,
companies. So, I feel like the sector has to mature first for them to be able to produce matured products, and once nandyan na yung highly innovative products, then we will probably see the next Dota or the next Mobile
Totoo.
Legends
Oo.
or the next big thing talaga in Web3 na, kasi ang kailangan nating makita is what's happening on the back end eh. The innovation is happening in Web3. That's the reality. The money is in Web3 game development. And last but not the least, the developers are going into Web3 because it's the new thing.
Yes.
So parang yun talaga siya eh. It's bound to happen. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, it's unstoppable.
Wala na silang choice. Kumbaga, it's how you adapt na lang.
Yeah.
It's
Sa
like the
kung kailan.
internet or social
Yeah.
media na at some point people were asking questions why or how, and or maybe like chat GPT.
Oh,
Na
it's
dati,
AI, everything.
nobody believed in AI up until a good product came out, di ba?
Yes,
Ngayon,
yeah.
lahat nag-AI.
That's true.
So it's a matter of who really produces the product that will change the whole value of the industry. Eh. So hindi na tayo yun. Hindi naman tayo builders eh. So hopefully like one builder out there
Yes.
is creating that chat GPT that the industry needs.
Yeah.
And how do you see Tier 1's future in Web3? Siguro mga short term muna, so in 1 year.
With Alliance, to be exact.
Yeah.
Oo.
that's Tier 1.
So for one, I think we want to be able to build something in the ecosystem, kasi ayaw naman ng Tier 1 na parang we assemble a group of people, that's one thing. Pero we need to be users ourselves, 'di ba? We need to be builders ourselves. So obviously that's not a game, hindi siguro siya technologically parang innovative, kasi we don't have that composition in the team. We don't have developers.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Oh.
pero what we can create is something that can integrate within our ecosystem.
Yes.
So we're actually thinking about, like loyalty programs and all of these other things na pwede naming gamitin yung Web3 as a tool to be able to solve the existing problems of the real world, yung Web2 challenges.
Yeah.
So mostly around black box siguro yung parang i-create namin na product.
I guess tying it with some sort of infrastructure capability.
Yeah, and 'di ba yung in-explain natin yung phygital nung last episode
Yes,
natin. So phygital is like physical and digital. So and the integration of Web 2 and Web 3 world, 'di ba? So sa kanila kasi kayo, you can function with or without Web 3
Yes.
technically.
Yeah,
diba?
oo.
Yun yung maganda eh. So Web 3 is just like a bonus, a cherry on top of
Yeah.
it. And gusto lang din natin na dahil nag-a-adapt tayo, you are good in the company is actually good in adapting. So kaya kayo nandun. And yeah, siguro to wrap up this episode, ang dami ko natutunan sa
Yeah. No, actually, I love listening to. I barely get to talk to Tryke, but when he speaks, I'm like, okay. I hope like my brain remembers this tomorrow.
Yeah, and hindi lang naman Web3 yung, kasi ang dami nating pwede pang pag-usapan, not just about Web3. This is just a start, actually, for Tier 1. And there are a lot more in
Yes.
store. I believe that, Tier 1's road
Yes.
is really, dito pa lang ito pa lang educational part na to, malaking bagay na to
Yeah.
Kasi for people to understand what, yung mga jargons pa lang
Yes,
diba? I mean, ang dami. Sobrang
Simplifying things that are complicated, di ba? Kasi, to be honest, innovation is supposed to make things easier for people.
Oo, kaso naguguluhan pa yung
Bakit
ibang
natin pinapahirapan ng mga buhay ng mga tao? Kailangan paintindi natin sa kanila, simplifying things.
Yes. And yeah, thank you so much, Tryke. Unless
Thank you
you
rin.
want to add anything na exciting projects pa ng Tier 1, kung meron kang gusto
Please, let us know.
Siguro for me, like Web3 needs a lot of education, clearly, and I think what matters to us is we really find a group of people who are there for educating talaga, because parang somebody has to start it. Somebody has to start it because this is an innovation. Web3 is an innovation, and I think if we assemble the right group of people who will talk about the right things, then people will start believing in this tool, in this technology. And the same way esports was something that nobody ever believed before.
Yeah.
Like we're now in 2023 looking at esports being in the Olympics. So now in 2023, Web3 is in a downtrend,
Yes.
and maybe 2-3 years from now, or maybe just 1 year from now, we don't know, it's in an uptrend again. And we don't want to be talking about it when it's there and it's strong, kasi it kind of like shows na kaya ka lang nandyan kasi
You
malakas
wanna
na
take
siya.
it easy.
Sa hype
Oh,
lang.
'di ba?
Yes.
Pero
Yeah.
for us, like, we're really here for the long haul. I mean, we probably came in late than a lot of people, pero we're here to stay is what I can say.
Yan, di ba? Consistency at saka building from the ground up. That's when, it's a truly, the foundation is strong.
Tsaka yung naniniwala ka,
Yes.
kahit na nasaan siya, kahit downtrend siya, uptrend siya, naniniwala ka pa rin dun sa, sa technology. And, you might wanna, invite them to your, follow you on your social media.
Sige. Siguro follow my YouTube channel na lang kasi that's where I'm most active. So my channel is Tryke Gutierrez sa YouTube. So check it out.
And you're also interviewing, Web3 founders, CEOs.
Yes.
So he also has a podcast.
Yeah, I have a podcast called More Than Just Games. Pero it's not just Web3 eh.
Lahat.
Like for me, it's so just to share, the reason why I introduced that podcast is because only the podcast platform allows you to show your depth.
Yes.
'Di ba? Kasi mahaba eh. So vlogs show stories, show like moments, pero podcast like this allows for more education talaga because of the format.
Yes.
So to me, I really just wanted to share yung side of my business kasi ang pinakamalaking problema ko, to be honest, is people think that gaming is easy and the
Easy.
job is easy
Yeah,
because it's
oo.
playing games,
Games,
'di ba?
oo.
Yun yung binabasag kong perception ngayon na,
Tama.
guys, hindi, mahirap din.
Yes.
Yun.
Nakikita ko si Tryke minsan, parang pagod na pagod. Kaya alam ko, iba talaga pag may business. And thank you so much again, Tryke.
Thank you, Trike. Thank
And
you,
thank you
thank you.
to our food sponsor.
Yes.
Bored and Hungry. Sobrang sarap.
Shout out Jeha, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. And please follow us, Filipina Pilot Chezka.
That's at Patty2, PATTYCHOOO.
And-
Thank you guys for watching us.
The bad.
Watching us, listening to us, the good, the bad, and everything else in between in Web3, Web2, whatever world, whatever universe we're in.
Yeah, multiverse.
Multiverse, whatever verses we're
Yeah,
in.
see you with besties. Thank you so much, Tryke.
See you guys. Thank you. Peace.
2 to 3, a Web3 edutainment podcast.